Hey everyone, my name is Brendan. I hope your day's been going good. And man, 1 whole year. It's kind of hard to believe, isn't it? Kind of hard to believe it took my friends an entire year to get their asses over here and play Home Alone 2 with me. I had to relive what many would consider to be absolute hell, got intoxicated, and then had to bury my worst nightmares. And all of it was for nothing! But I guess I could cut them some slack. It's not their fault. Shortly after having my 18-minute long aneurysm, I realized that there was a boogeyman outside, making it too dangerous for my friends and I to leave our homes. Since then, I've been locked in here, only going outside to occasionally be yelled at by the police for breaking house arrest. But finally, after all this time, my friends can come over. You see, recently people have been given the option to take 2 shots to defend themselves against the boogeyman, and I just took mine the other day. Now though, it's time to actually get everything set up before they get here. I think I'll start off by testing Home Alone 2 and my NES, since it's been a whole year after all, and I'm not sure if they work anymore. Oh, and hey, look, it's actually working pretty well. Let me just go over to the 2-player mode, and... Where's Green Kevin? Alright, you know what? That's fine. That's perfect, actually, because I have a lot of other games that we can play besides that. Like Mario Party, that's the perfect game to play with friends. And it just so happens that I have 4 and 6 for the GameCube right here. What the f*** is Earth? I came to my home the other day and confiscated my GameCube and part of my collection, which means... I need a way to get them back! Damn it, this is gonna be harder than I thought. Party games. They're like a party without the party. Someone's uncle in their 40s probably has that on a t-shirt somewhere. When you get a sizable group of people together for a gathering, just hanging out with some friends, or you're lonely and have some time to kill, you're obviously gonna need something to do. I mean, you're with other people, you could talk to each other, but my mouth doesn't provide the same entertainment that this plastic can, so it's checkmate, bitch. You could always go with more traditional games. I'm sure everyone has some board games or group party games lying around somewhere, but sometimes you need to spice things up a bit. So what does that leave us with? Yeah, that's right, I'm single, how could you tell? Party game, video games, where geeks collide. I can't tell you how long I've been trying to get that trademarked. Usually party games are played with a larger group of people. You know, like a party. Wow, really? No sh**. Tell me more. If you're at a party and somebody busts out the GameCube and a copy of Mario Party 4, you better believe you're in for a hell of a time. I'm sure a lot of people have had experience playing party games with friends or family at some point. Laughing, having fun, hanging out with each other, and breaking yourself in the Great Mario Party incident of 2019. These types of games are always so fun to play, no matter what it may be. The game could be absolute dog shit, but since you're playing with other people, it's still fun regardless. You have the obvious ones like Mario Party and all of the Mario Party-esque board games, those chaotic co-op games like Overcooked and Moving Out, fighting games, racing games, and the party games that are straight up based off of normal board games. There are also the games that, while not specifically advertised as something that could be played as a big group, definitely works in that kind of setting. The first that come to mind are music games like Rock Band, Just Dance, and other singing and dance games. Again, this stuff could definitely be played alone, but like, do you think I'm gonna play Karaoke Revolution by myself? There's a lot that could qualify as something to be played at a party. Some people consider this f***ing Lizard to be a party game, so what is and isn't a party game really just depends on who's playing. One man's Mario Party on the GameCube is another man's Home Alone 2 on the NES. So instead of just sitting here for 20 minutes talking about playing these games, why don't I actually go play them? My friends are gonna be here soon anyways, and I have to finish getting things ready. Man, I hate to say it, but I just don't need you anymore. I have real friends now. Look, I'll admit, we had some good times together, but... well, how do I put this? You're made of f***ing cardboard. Wow, really? Whoa, that's crazy, dude. Whoa, wow, really? Whoa, my friend said they'll be here any minute now. First up, we have my good buddy Flukiki Dongbong, or DB for short, because God knows I'm not gonna say that name out loud ever again. He's a pretty shy person, so he's not usually up for showing his face, but when it comes to calling people on the phone and insulting them with one-liners, boy is he the master. This guy's been a big help the past few months, especially when he kept me company while I was trapped inside all day. Next is my friend Bert Turtley. He's a pretty chill dude overall, but for the love of God, do not mention retro games to him. He despises those things. If he comes in contact with a pixel, he'll go on a 20-minute long rant why small virtual squares shouldn't exist. Usually when we want to play an older game, we just have to resort to tricking him into thinking it's not retro. I was also going to try and call up Ranting Randy so that we could have a full 4 players, but like he is most of the time, didn't seem to be having it today.
He's small and weird and stupid, and I just want to smash his little purple head in like a grape. And don't even get me started on the stupid tools they use. fucking fix yourself, you Teletubby-looking son of a bitch. I don't need your sass. Take all your sass back with you to that sorry planet you came from, you baby carriage-looking ass alien lummox.
I just asked if you wanted to play Gubble. So 3 players it is. Hey, welcome.
Have I arrived at Castaway carpal tunnel, or are we going to be playing something that won't absolutely destroy my fingers today?
Oh, come on. Are you still mad about the DS game that we had last time you came over?
You're not supposed to use a hammer as a stylus!
Not traditionally. Look, it'll be fine. I already have everything set up down here and ready to go. And there aren't any DSs in sight.
Yeah, but what about that?
That's the fun box.
The fun box?
A very fun box.
So I'm guessing I'm the first one here.
Nah, DB beat you by a good bit.
What's poppin', Bert? Look out, there's an 8-bit game behind you.
Where?
So now that everyone's here, why don't we get started? What do you want to play first?
Well, I just so happen to brought the best Mario Party game, so we could start with that.
You brought over Mario Party 6?
What? You know, I brought over Super Mario Party for the Switch.
Oh. The Mario Party series. Everyone's favorite pastime where losing a friendship is all part of the experience. The first game was originally released back in 1998 for the N64, and it was the start of something great. The game was the perfect balance of strategizing where on the board you could go, as well as
You took my star!
the game added a certain level of BS to the mix that's become synonymous with the series, and one of its best elements. You're able to play as various Mario characters, all moving around a game board, mimicking a real board game, in order to collect more stars than the other players. Along the way, though, is a whole slew of different items and event spaces in order to either give yourself an advantage or screw over the other players. This kind of luck-based, batch crazy, random stuff that happens throughout each match is one of the main reasons the games are so fun, and also one of the reasons why the series is so iconic for ruining friendships.
Yeah, that's right. I got a golden pipe and a star. Karma's a bitch, ain't it?
These mini-games are the most skill-based portion of the game, and everyone's opportunity to earn some more coins so that they can get stuff like items and stars on the game board. These portions are probably the most game that Mario Party gets, and I can definitely say that it's also the most fun portion of the whole experience. Later down the line with the DS, Wii, Wii U, and Switch, there are even a bunch of mini-games made specifically to take advantage of each console's hardware. The motion controls on the Wii, the touchscreen on the DS, the gamepad on this abomination, and the HD rumble and tablet screen of the Switch. For a long while, we would be getting new Mario Party games year after year for each system, and all of them were super good fun. That was until something happened to the studio that developed the games, Hudson Soft. In April of 2011, Konami became a majority shareholder in Hudson Soft, with Konami outright merging Hudson Soft in with their company in March of the next year. So essentially they were sentenced to death. With nobody left to develop the Mario Party games, Nintendo turned to ND Cube, who would be the primary Mario Party developers from that point onward. Mario Party 9, 10, Island Tour, Star Rush, Dog Shit, and Super Mario Party. So how did these games stack up to the ones that Hudson Soft made? Well that's the funny thing right there. They didn't. Mario Party 9, 10, and Top 100 specifically are iconic for being some of the worst games in the series. 9 and 10 decided to try and use this car thing where all of the players move together on the board instead of separately, and yes, it is as stupid as it sounds. I swear man, this game is so scary that people have probably tried to use it to mug people before.
Anything but Mario Party 9!
As for the Top 100, it was supposed to be a compilation of the best minigames in the series. So instead of that, they gave us one game board and a bunch of random minigames that the developers pull out of a hat.
Well, what about Super Mario Party? That's the best in the series.
No. Somewhere along the line after making all of this, Nintendo realized, wow, we actually want people to buy our products. This led to the creation of Super Mario Party, a return to form for the series and the best Mario Party game in a long while. It still doesn't hold a candle to the Hudson Soft Mario Parties and has a fair amount of things that'll force myself to stop from nitpicking about, but given the context and how long it's been since a decent Mario Party game, I don't think anyone's complaining. Not to mention that Mario Party Superstars is coming out later this year, which is essentially just if Mario Party the Top 100 was actually good, bringing back fan favorite boards, some of the best minigames in the series. The game looks really promising so far.
So these ND Cube guys, they make anything else besides Mario Party?
Well, before Mario Party, they just kind of worked on a few miscellaneous games, stuff like Wii Party U, Wii Play Motion. They even worked on Clubhouse Games, which I heard was actually pretty good.
Are you sure that's it? Because I thought I remembered them making another game for the Wii U, kind of like Mario Party. I just can't put my finger on it.
No, can't think of anything.
No. I think DB's onto something. Wasn't it that one with the tax raccoon and secretary dog?
Yeah, I think it was. It was, Asiago Friends or something like that.
You guys are delusional.
Nah, I think it was called something like Alabama Party.
Fine. You want to know what it was called? Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. I'm not saying that. One of you guys can do it.
Fine. I'll do it. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, released back in holiday 2013. The perfect Christmas gift for anyone looking to suck the joy out of anything and everything around them.
So, was it good?
Yeah, phenomenal game. 10 out of 10s across the board.
Sometime after release, people would also come to the realization that the game was, some might put it, bad.
You lied to us!
The game was as bland as a party game could get and had an annoying as hell control scheme. As one might guess, the game requires the use of a scalper's dream in order to play.
Wait a minute, why are we even talking about this? I don't have the game anymore. We can't play it. It's buried in the ground, dead, gone. So let's just drop it. Forget about it.
Well, it's a good thing I always carry a copy of Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival and a Wii U on me at all times.
You learned about the game today. You're carrying those around with you?
Hey man, you gotta be prepared for anything.
How long have you had those on you?
Long enough.
Who hurt you? So, grab your nearest business dog off of the shelf and slap it onto your depression tablet to let this awful experience begin. Alright, so which one do you want?
I'll take the chocolate wolf.
Alright, then that means I get the lemon poodle.
Wait, where's my dessert mammal at?
Oh no, you don't need one.
I don't?
Nah, you see, you use the amiibo to roll the dice in the game, so at least the first player has to have an amiibo in order to play. All of the other players, though, don't need to have an amiibo. They can just tap the A button instead.
Then what the hell is the point of tapping the amiibo?
Now you're starting to get it! This whole game is just the definition of an unnecessary waste of time. Once you go through the arthritic pain that is rolling the dice, you finally get to move around the game board.
Hey DB, you're up.
Alright, let me come roll the dice.
Across the board are different spaces that either give or take away money or happy points. Wait a second, Brendan, I hear you asking, and yes, before you say anything, I too am wondering what the piss a happy point is. Happy points are what's used to judge the winner of the game and are earned by doing absolutely nothing. You walk around the board and hope you get lucky. There aren't any more skill-oriented sections for minigames like in Mario Party to help balance things out. It's literally just you walking around the board for an hour and praying to God that you don't land on a space that takes away happy points. There really isn't any skill that goes into winning a game. The most you can do in terms of strategizing is picking which direction on a split in the game's board path you want to go on, as well as the stock market. Every Sunday, the Walking Ham will arrive in town and give each player the option of buying turnips. Underneath each space appears a number showing the amount of bells you can make if you sell the turnips after landing on it. This causes you to strategize when you should sell your turnips and how many you should sell if you do. If you decide to buy some, you have until the end of the week to sell them until they rot and you can't make money from them anymore. This is honestly the most interesting aspect of the main board game mode, which is just kind of sad considering how basic of a concept the stock market is when thinking in terms of features you can add to a multiplayer board game. Not to mention that you can't really even pick how much you want to sell. You just have to hope you'll land on a space with good enough prices. But none of it matters when somebody lands on a space and gets 90,000 bells in a single turn, boy 3. Every time you land on a space, a different scenario will play out, showing as to why you either gained or lost happy points or bells. And most of the time, they aren't even interesting, so I'll just skip past them. I mean, I could try to act interested in these if it'll make the experience a little less painful. Ooh, I landed on a space that takes away both happy points and bells? What a shame! I sure do hope nothing too terrible happens.
Hi Russ, we're here for your belongings.
So is that the whole game then?
Sadly, no. Outside of the main game, there are a bunch of different mini-games you can play using these forsaken cards. Yeah, that's right, just when you thought it couldn't get any shittier, it actually got better. As terrible as the main board game is, there's actually a little bit of fun to be had with this. Most of the games are pretty mediocre, but they're still decently fun. It's the most game that this game gets. My favorite out of the bunch is the Desert Island Escape minigame, which is the game that has by far the most substance to it. Ironically enough, even more substance than the main game. Wow, look at that. Each day you'll explore the island and use the varying villagers' traits to get as many resources as possible. Once night falls, if you have enough resources, you have the option to build tools to help make exploring the island easier. There's a surprising amount of care and detail put into this one minigame. It's really good. It was actually so good, in fact, that they added it to New Leaf 1 year later, meaning I have no reason to ever return to this game again, which is great. The more reasons to never touch this possessed piece of plastic again, the better. Like, I honestly can't fathom any good reason why someone would want to play this. Who wants to play this thing?
Your mom.
Oh,
sh**.
That was a pretty nice burn, dude.
Thanks, man. I'm pretty proud of that one.
Anyways, you can have your Game and Wii U back. I want these things out of my sight as soon as humanly possible.
Oh, I can't do that.
What? Why?
I have a strict policy when it comes to the Wii U and Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival that I carry around. You touch it, you keep it.
I'm not keeping these things.
You have to. You already got your retro germs all over it. You have to keep it.
Fine, but you could at least have the decency to censor it.
Fine, well, you can use this then.
That's better.
So what are we playing now?
Well, I thought as a palate cleanser we could play some Smash Bros.
Wait a minute. Did you guys say Smash Bros?
Yeah.
Hi, Kyle Kringdinger, the guy formerly in charge of your house arrest and the guy currently in charge of removing everything from your home. What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just your name.
Oh, so you think my name's funny? Well, how about you tell me your name?
Can you guys, like, not take my stuff?
Can you, like, not evade taxes?
Come on, man, cut me some slack. I didn't know I had to pay taxes in the first place.
You didn't know that you had to pay taxes? Name one place on Earth where you don't have to pay taxes, man. Where do you think you're living? Outer space?
Mars, actually, yeah.
Look, I can throw you a bone here. Let me play Smash Bros with you guys, and I'll stop taking your stuff. That's simple.
Yeah, go for it.
Sweet! Hey, we can stop taking his stuff now. These guys play Smash Bros. Me and the guys love playing Smash in the break room at work. Well, that and Turnip Boy commits tax fraud.
You work for the IRS but play a game about tax fraud?
It gives us a peek into the sick and twisted minds of those scumbags that evade taxes. Like him. Wait a second. You look oddly familiar from somewhere else.
Yeah, you said it yourself. House arrest.
No. Sometime before that. I just can't put my finger on it.
2016, don't even mention it!
Sir, this isn't an AA meeting.
What the
Security? The Nintendo boy is back?
Yeah, not sure. I don't know. I don't think we've ever met before that. Nope, no, okay, let's play Smash Bros. Well, not necessarily a staple when it comes to party games, one genre that I think can fit decently well into this kind of setting are fighting games. Now, this doesn't go for all fighting games, but I feel that these kinds of games, most of the time, can be played in both a casual aspect and a competitive one, whether it just be you chilling out with the homies,
Are we the homies?
or trying to absolutely decimate them with your godlike skill as one of the many characters in the game.
I'm going to beat you even harder than I beat the tax evasion radish.
In my eyes, a really important aspect to making a good fighting game is creating it so that anyone can pick it up and play to have fun, but also something that a dedicated player can become really competitive with and learn some crazy stuff that most casual players wouldn't be able to. For the game to be as accessible to as many people as possible, it needs to be something that newcomers and hardcore fans alike have a reason to return to. The simple fun of playing with friends, and the intense matches from dedicated players duking it out. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Guilty Gear, Soul Calibur, Marvel vs. Capcom, and then some more casual ones like the recent Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, and oh god, please no. But the go-to fighting game that a lot of people immediately think of when it comes to gameplay and replayability like this, especially at parties, is of course, Super Smash Bros. Ever since the first one back on the N64, it's always been advertised as a fun romp where you can beat the living hell out of your favorite Nintendo mascots.
Because I've been dying to beat the ever-loving shit out of Luigi.
It was a game that was perfect to play casually with a couple friends, but one that you could also learn the ins and outs of to become pretty good at the game and play in some more competitive matches. And nowhere is this more prevalent than in the next entry in the series, Super Smash Bros. Melee. The GameCube was the console that I grew up with, so this was my first, and for the longest time, only Smash Bros. Game. I have so many fond memories playing it when I was super young, whether it be with family or friends. I might have been garbage at the game and terrified of the redeads from that one level in adventure mode, but it was something that even dumb 6-year-old me could pick up, play, and have a good time with. Even years later, I'd still play the game with friends and have a blast. As for this game on a competitive level though, I don't even think I have to say anything, because you probably already know. But just in case you've been hiding in a Smash-free bubble your whole life, I'll go into it anyways. Looking into the Melee competitive scene with even a few minutes of research, I'm sure you'll soon realize just how absolutely massive it is. From the time it was released to this very day, people are still playing the game on a competitive level, with it being one of the largest and most popular competitive fighting game scenes out there. While I don't know too much about the specifics on it, I'm aware that the way the fighters can move and attack in this game are so different and unique compared to even new Smash games that it's kept people coming back for years on end. There's a bunch of complicated tech and different moves that if I even tried to get into, my puny competitive Smash brain would implode in on itself. So, if it wasn't obvious enough, yeah, this game's definitely something unique, and has certain aspects on offer that many people prefer over new Smash titles. About those new Smash titles though, as much as it might seem from the way I'm talking that Melee is by far the best Smash game, the newer ones, in my opinion, just kept building off of and improving things as a whole as time went on. Brawl, while not the favorite of many and the one I have the least experience with, still had some fun to be had with it, especially with the single player mode, Subspace Emissary. Then when you get to 3DS, Wii U, and Ultimate, oh my god, they're the most polished entries in the series and an absolute blast to play. If you're looking to play some Smash Bros. Either solo or with your band of goons, I'd say that Ultimate is the perfect place to start. As the title of the game implies, it's the ultimate Smash Bros. Experience with a ton of fun to be had in it.
Man, Luigi got
You know, I've been having fun kicking all of your asses at Smash Bros, but you got anything else we can play?
Do I have anything else we can play? Hello Kitty Cruisers, anyone?
What's wrong with you?
If you're gonna be having a party, then there's one genre of game you can't have a good time without. That genre being kart racers.
What are you talking about? You can have a good time at a party without kart racers.
No. Brendan's right. I went to a party once. Not a single copy of Garfield's kart in sight. 7 people were dead.
While I don't think there are as many consistently good kart racers as other multiplayer game genres, when they're good, they're really good. And I mean, even if the game isn't that good, it can still be a blast to play, since playing these kinds of games with your friends can bring a whole new level of fun to it. You can't tell me you've played kart racers until you've played Extreme Eminem's kart racing. Back to those good kart racers though, I think there are a few franchises that I think pull off this style of game the best. The first of these are the Crash racing games, which, while I haven't actually played myself, I've heard are pretty fun, especially nitro-fueled. Well, at least until Activision pulled an Activision, that is. The next one is Team Sonic Racing, which, like nitro-fueled, I haven't actually played myself, and I've kind of heard mixed opinions on, but hey, it doesn't include all the garbage that Activision threw into theirs, so does that going for it. As for racers that I have played, Sonic Riders and Kirby Air Ride especially, are some pretty fun racing games. The last and most consistently solid line of kart racers that I think are an absolute joy to play are, of course,
Nicktoons Kart Racing!
the Mario Kart games. Starting out on the SNES with Super Mario Kart, the series soon rose to be one of Nintendo's top performing franchises, selling consistently well with each new game. There would always be one guaranteed new entry on each of Nintendo's platforms, whether it be handheld or console. A lot like Mario Party, there's a certain chaotic fun to the game that balances your skill as a player and the randomness from each item box that you collect across each track. Mushrooms, bananas, bullet bills, coins, blue shells, piranha plants, coins, red shells, coins, fire flowers, coins! Double Dash and its iconic feature of having 2 players per cart and double item boxes, the motion controls of Wii, the portability and download play of DS, the introduction of the glider in 7, and the anti-gravity feature of 8, on top of it being the first HD Mario Kart game. There's nothing quite like a Mario Kart game, especially in a group setting. There's a certain unmatched multiplayer fun with these games that no other kart racers and multiplayer games in general can even come close to. Except for one. We've gone through some of the most iconic party games and multiplayer game genres, but none of them compare to what I consider to be the penultimate party video game experience.
Something more fun than dessert mammals?
One of the most accessible games to a large group of people at a party. One where everyone can play. One with variety galore and a ton of different games to play within it. This game is the Jackbox Party Pack. All 8 of them. The Jackbox Party Packs are a series of a bunch of different party games to play with friends. Fill in the blanks to try and make your friends laugh and quiplash. Alright, so the prompts are when in doubt, cry for clout, or when in doubt, suck a trout.
When in doubt, suck a trout. I got this one in the bag. Guys?
Look at this guy! Whoa, he's crazy! Teaming up with someone else to make a slideshow presentation. Okay, so I'm sure we know how much of a nuisance something like O2 can be to our environment. So, I've come up with a plan to remove such an awful thing from our environment. Step 1, remove all air! Drawing something according to a prompt and drawful with other players trying to guess what you drew.
What is that?
I think it was a turkey. Or maybe a chicken. Ravenous chicken. How was I supposed to know that?
It's alright, man, there's always the next drawing.
Is that Bill Gates?
Beatboxing in a rap battle.
Ayo, I hate Retromodder's here to stay. He loves him though, and he's never been laid.
Yeah! Creating the most stupid custom t-shirts humanly possible. Among Us. Trivia with a side of death. Which of these is the capital of Nebraska? Since when did Nebraska exist?
Better choose wisely.
I don't know, man. Finland! Was I right? And the best part of it all is that only one person is required to own the game for everyone to play. The game or prompts show up on your TV, and all the different players participate by joining through the match through their mobile device.
What kind of sorcery is this?
There have been a few occasions where I'm hanging out with a group of friends and we weren't sure what to do, so we just busted out Jackbox and played that for a little while, since the games are so easily understandable and anyone can play just by pulling out their phone. I don't know how much I can emphasize it, but it's just the perfect party game.
Okay, I gotta admit, Jackbox is pretty fun. I don't think we could top that.
I don't think we can either, but it doesn't mean we can't try.
Guys, I think we gotta start heating it up a bit.
Agreed. Everyone get the hell out of my house. So I think I've grown enough experience with party games over the past few hours to safely say, damn, that was a lot of fun. Sometimes it doesn't matter about trying to find the perfect game to play. Hell, the game doesn't even have to be good at all, because what really matters at the end of the day is that you're hanging out with your friends and having a good time. It doesn't matter if it's the greatest Mario Party game or mankind's greatest sin, because I'm sure that regardless of what you're playing with your friends, you'll still have a good time. There are tons of party games and multiplayer games to play with other people. One of them's bound to give you a good time. So, what I guess I'm trying to say here is that while this is still treason, it's not something worth burying your Wii U over, since there's still a chance that you might have fun with it, as little fun as that might be. I take that back, this is staying separated from the rest of my collection.